We love featuring artists you should know about. Today we're heading to New Zealand. Yeah, to chat with singer-songwriters Miranda Easten and Steffany Beck. The two ladies had their own solo careers in full swing. They met and clicked right away. They've teamed up to release their first duet single. It's called Hell and Back, and they're also on the road. They just got off the stage tonight performing live, and we're excited. They stayed up late with us. Miranda Easten and Steffany Beck, thanks, ladies, for staying up.
That's okay.
No worries.
We often get on a bit of a kind of post-show sort of buzzy feeling anyway, so
adrenaline rush.
Well, exactly.
I'm sure we would,
Yeah, even when I go to a concert and I come home, I'm like, I can't go to bed because, it's got to be like 10 times more for when you're performing.
You're just too excited.
Yeah. The Saddle Up Sisters Tour is what you guys are calling it right now. You played a show tonight in New Plymouth. It was a pop-up stage. So tell us, how was it?
It was epic. It was crazy. They had us on a balcony performing for thousands of people.
Wow.
And then people just kind of walking by and coming through and sitting down and enjoying it. So they also have it as part of their light festival show. So there's all these art displays of lights. And it's just incredible and stunning and beautiful. And it's winter here in New Zealand, so it's dark like at 5:30. So like it's in full swing with the lights and then the live music and
great food too.
Oh, great food too. Great street food. So it was a hopping night.
Yeah. That's so crazy. It's midnight in New Zealand in wintertime. It's
right.
Summertime and 6 a.m. in Wyoming, which is just crazy. Well, you guys were two solo artists, which is, crazy. Steffany just has an EP came out. Miranda's got an album coming out. We'll talk about that. But you guys met like online, then you went to a music networking event and just like, it was like magic.
It was like magic. And I think, cheesy as it sounds, we knew from opposite sides of the room. We knew that we were going to be best friends, and we even said that within maybe the first 60 seconds of talking in person.
It was very brave, but we both felt it, and thankfully we both felt the same way.
Yeah, boy, and it's worked, and it's magic. It's crazy how things happen. And Steffany, you were born and raised in Portland, Oregon. First,
yes, I was.
How old were you when you moved?
Oh, well, I guess I have to give that away. But no, I moved to New Zealand when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
So my parents just wanted to lifestyle change. And for some reason, they're like, oh, we're just going to move our whole family and one of 6 kids over to New Zealand. We knew nobody, knew nothing here. The only thing I knew about New Zealand was that Lord of the Rings was filmed here. That's it. So, but we came here. We love it. And I've been here ever since. And yeah, Christchurch has become my new home.
That's crazy because I moved from Las Vegas to Buffalo, Wyoming when I was 9. That was a shock. I can't imagine you going from Portland to New Zealand when you were 16.
Oh, I honestly, at first, because I was a ratbag teenager, I thought my life was over.
Well, yeah.
Because it was like stepping back into like 10 years in the past. Because everything is a little bit slower here. The malls close at 6 p.m. most days. Like, it's just a whole different, slower lifestyle, but it's really nice from a family point of view and not having like a 24-hour lifestyle.
Yeah. Miranda, are there any like American tendencies you see from Steffany?
Oh.
I don't know what I am anymore.
That's a bit of a loaded question there. Let's see.
My cheesiness. I am quite cheesy. You reckon?
I think Steph can be loud if she wants to be.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, no, Steph's lovely.
Oh.
Yeah, how was it? Because Steffany, it was kind of hard for you to find your sound. You were more like pop, and then you found your country sound. How was it when you two got together? Did it just happen right away? How was it?
Well, fortunately, I actually found my country sound with my new EP, Pillars. So I took time, writing music and really experimenting and playing around with my vocal signature, my sound. And, the more I kind of just spent time with myself, I realized that, I like to write songs about heartfelt things, family matters, that kind of stuff. And my voice is so country, and I don't know why I didn't figure it out before. So thankfully I figured it out. And it's like, ever since I determined I'm a country artist, it's like everything has just fallen into place. And then, then I eventually meet Miranda, and then she's already quite an established country artist, an amazing one here in New Zealand. And so then, I guess by that time I wasn't confused anymore, I guess. So I was ready and open and knew exactly what I wanted to do. So as I said, like, it just literally stars aligning and perfect timing.
Yeah. What, you guys played a full band show. You got like 3 guys with you. How's that worked? Was that guys that you were already in your guys' bands? Did you have to mesh the band together? What happened?
Yeah, so it's mostly Steph's band at the moment. But we have sometimes had
like a hybrid.
Yeah, a hybrid band, which is, some members from mine as well. Most of my band members are up in the North Island and we live in the South Island. So it just makes sense to travel with Steph's band. And and also a lot of my guys are sort of overseas often performing with other bands. So it's great that Steph lets me borrow them.
Yeah, we've just become one big team, and we all want each other to succeed, and have all really owned each other's songs and just play them as if they're our own. And it's just been really fun. We've really been blessed to find a really good team of guys to work with, as well as each other.
Yeah, as well as each other. And it's crazy. We were talking before, you guys live in the same town.
Yeah. It's amazing. It means we can hang out often. And like, it's not always music stuff, but sometimes music things turn into friendly things, and then stuff when we're just hanging out turns into music things. So
all the time. And we eat a lot of gluten-free cookies.
We do. That we really should be sponsored by some of these cookie companies.
That's funny. We're chatting with Miranda Easten and Steffany Beck. Go check them out. Miranda's at mirandaeasten.com. They're on Facebook, Instagram. Go to YouTube, Spotify. Listen to all their stuff. Steffany is on Facebook and Instagram as well. Pillars, like she said, is her latest EP. Miranda, you have an album, Concrete and Honey, that's coming out July 26th. You released a single not too long ago called Kip Moore's Smile. Tell us about the song.
Yeah, so the song's an interesting one. I was filming a music video for a song off my previous album a little while ago, and I had to drive a big convertible car around a block and turn around in the car park of a golf course while being filmed with a drone. And I was doing this by myself, and on about the 3rd run, there was a chap in the car park leaning on his truck. A truck is a stretch. It was a relatively small sort of sports ute. I don't know what you'd call it over there. And he said, if that thing breaks down, I'll tow you back to my place. And I didn't have a good comeback at the time, so I just fumed about it for a while, and then I wrote a song about him. And that's what Kip Moore's Smile is about.
Huh, crazy. Well, in Concrete and Honey, are these new songs? What's on the new album?
Yeah, so the new album has all of the singles that I've released in the last 12 months or so, as well as unheard tracks. Okay.
And it comes out on July 26th, Concrete and Honey. Make sure you keep your eyes out for that by Miranda Easten. And then, Steffany, you mentioned your EP called Pillars. What Would Dolly Do? This is an awesome song. It has 10 Dolly Parton references in it. Did it flow out of you when you wrote it? Was it hard? Tell us about it.
I'll have to say, this is probably the funnest song I've ever written. It just was so crazy and so sparkly and fun. So basically, the idea of this song came from, I had a mentor saying that you need to have an anthem song that gets you all fired up and ready to perform on stage. And for the life of me, I just couldn't think of any song. There's so many good songs out there, but nothing came to mind. And it wasn't until I was literally backstage at a big theater here in Christchurch, waiting to go on to perform, that I was thinking to myself, like, oh, what should be my anthem? What should it be? And then literally just like the thought came into my mind, what would Dolly do? And I was like, oh, that's cool. And I started writing the song while I was backstage. And it just started pouring out of me, but I didn't have like my phone or a way to record it because I was literally just about to go on stage. So I had to like keep it locked away in my head. And then right when I finished that show, I went back to my dressing room and I wrote down basically the whole first chorus. And then I took it away and I kept chipping away at it. And it was so fun I went and listened to Dolly Parton songs again and got reacquainted with a lot of them. And I was like, oh, I want to put this one and this one and this one in there. And this is how they all flow together. And it was just so fun. And, I wasn't like a sparkly rhinestone kind of girl before this song, but ever since writing this song, I'm obsessed with sparkles and rhinestones. I must always be packing sparkles now.
Well, I was going to ask you, because watching a ton of you guys' videos, you guys have numerous outfits. Who has more clothes, Miranda or Steffany?
Oh, we don't know.
I'm not sure. I definitely have a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
And a lot of boots.
Yes. Well, one of our shows, we were actually counted how many boots we brought to the one for the Tussock Country Music Festival. Together, we brought a total of 10 pairs of boots.
Wow.
You can never have too many.
Well, I was going to say, you can never have too many boots. I mean, Dolly is such an inspiration. It's crazy. We had a artist from Tennessee on yesterday, and she works with Dolly's producer and is a total Dolly Parton influence. And you ladies are in New Zealand. I mean, it's insane what Dolly's done with her career. But, I mean,
it is. And the lives that she's touched and like, the heart she's inspired. Like, it's not just her music, it's like her as a person. Like, she's just such a light, and I love and adore her. And that's basically like celebrating her and that song of like, she's like unapologetically herself. And I love that about her. And that's what I want to be like when I grow up too. So
Yeah, we all want to have a little Dolly in our life.
Yes.
That's for sure.
Channel your inner Dolly by listening to that song.
Yeah. Go listen to What Would Dolly Do, and you'll be thinking you're Dolly after you listen to it. Go check them out. It's Miranda Easten. She's at mirandaeasten.com. And Steffany Beck's on Facebook, Instagram. Pillars is her latest EP. Miranda's got Concrete and Honey that comes out on July 26th. Their single, Hell and Back, you're going to hear here in just a few minutes. But the Kip Moore Smile cover, Miranda, your eyes are just amazing. And then Steffany on the EP Pillars, you're staring a hole through us. I don't know who's more intense here, ladies.
That was the idea, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, Miranda, your eyes are blue. Steffany, are your eyes blue or green?
Actually, my eyes are blue too.
Okay.
So,
well, 'cause sometimes they were looking blue, sometimes they were looking green. I was like, I think she has blue eyes.
Yep, but I'm a blue-eyed girl.
Yeah.
Just like Miranda.
They're melting people on stage with those blue eyes. That's for sure.
One can hope.
You're on the road right now. I saw where you were trying to cook a new meal every week out on the road.
Oh, yeah, it's really hard. So I'm just doing like food reviews as well because I'm such a foodie. I love food. Well, Miranda and I, we both love food. Who doesn't? But I love cooking. I'm not the best at it, but I've been trying to learn new recipes once a week just to have a hobby that's something different than music. Or like thinking about music all the time. And yeah, so I got to get back into it. Realistically, it won't be until we're off the road, but I'll just keep reviewing restaurants. Takeaways is great.
Exactly. And when you're on the road, you can hit a bunch of restaurants.
Yeah. Try the local cuisine. That's the way to go.
Yeah. Yeah. The hole in the wall restaurants are sometimes the best.
Yeah. And one thing I haven't found yet in New Zealand that I miss so much from the States is good Mexican food.
Yeah.
Man, they just don't know how to do it here yet.
Yeah. Probably not too much Mexican food in New Zealand.
No, there's a few attempts, but that just is nowhere near. You would be surprised. It's nothing like it.
Yeah. Hell and Back, the single that you guys have, you wrote this with Chris Childs, and it says Chris toured with the Spice Girls. What was he in the band? What was this?
Yeah, he wasn't a Spice Girl himself.
Wearing a wig.
Yeah.
But no, he was in the band and has toured extensively with some names that are just insane. And we feel so lucky to even be able to write anything with him. And the song is just so much fun, and we really enjoy singing it together. And it's probably my favorite song that we that we sing during our
show.
tour. I think so.
It's really special.
Yeah. Well, how did the song come about? I mean, did you guys get together with Chris? Was this, I mean, what happened?
Yeah, so I started the song at Rockfield Studio in Wales when I was over there recording, and Chris was working on the singles with me. We did Keep More Smile, and recorded a whole bunch of songs for the new album, and so we wrote sort of maybe a third of the song, and then I came back to New Zealand, and Steffany and I wrote the rest, and yeah, it just kind of blossomed from there. So it was written all over the place and recorded all over the place. We did our vocals up in Auckland, and then we sent it back to Nashville to get mastered. So it's a song that's truly been all over the place.
Yeah. Wow. And this is it so far. This is the only track that we've got. Have we written more songs together?
Well, we're working on it.
They're coming.
Well, we did write a song about pancakes, but it was a bit more of a joke.
Yeah, it was a bit more of a little chin wag, having some fun. But no, we're definitely definitely having fun, and this is just the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, they're just scratching the surface. The Saddle Up Sisters tour is in effect right now. They have one more date, which has got to be special. It's in your hometown, Christchurch, on July 5th.
Yes, and we're so excited. We kind of feel like we've been all over the show, which we have been, and we've just been having the time of our lives. It's so great to connect with our fans and audience and share our music and our new single. And the Christchurch show is going to be literally ending the tour with a bang.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome doing a hometown show to end it all. And then what's next? Do we do more dates, more music? What's happening?
We're definitely looking to Australia next.
Ooh.
And hopefully not in the far too distant future. We definitely want to make our way over to the US. But I guess in the shorter meantime, we will be coming out with a music video for our new single, Hell and Back. So people will have to stay tuned for that. That should be out in the next month or so.
Awesome. So yeah, we'll keep our eye out for the Hell and Back music video. And then, have you been back to the States, Steffany, since you moved?
I actually have, and funnily enough, whirlwind of events. I'm actually returning in a week.
Oh, wow.
So I literally leave the day after our last tour show, and I'm heading back to the States because I've got some family events to go to, like wedding and stuff. So it just kind of it's a bit of a whirlwind and it's worked out. So I've finally coming home for a little bit.
Yeah, and then Miranda's got Concrete and Honey coming out July 26th. Are we touring for that? What's happening with the new album?
Yeah, I think a tour might be on the cards for that one.
Yeah.
It's definitely a great group of songs, and I would like to perform them in the order I've put them on the album. So it's something I'm definitely looking at, but I will need to wait until Steph gets back.
I'm only waiting for 2 weeks, so
that'd be perfect. Yeah, you'll be back right in time for the album
literally,
release.
I will be. Hey, there we go. Meant to be.
Yeah, meant to be. They're completely meant to be. Miranda and Steffany, go check out MirandaEasten.com. Concrete and Honey comes out on July 26th. Steffany's EP Pillars is out right now. What Would Dolly Do? Go and watch the music video because it's a hoot as well. That had to be fun to film that.
It was so much fun. You just can't take yourself too seriously with those kind of things. You just have to have fun and sparkle.
Yeah, and sparkle. Keep the rhinestones sparkling. Well, here is Hell and Back by Miranda Easten and Steffany Beck. Ladies, thanks so much for staying up with us.
Thank you for having us.
Here it is, Hell and Back.